we are before the operation began, we had discussions with some of the embassies, and they are collaborating with us. They fully agree with this operation. If you remember, just a year or so ago, some of these embassies themselves conducted removals of their nationals who were not documented in the country. So this is a peaceful one to create a conducive environment for the Ghanaian public, especially the Ghanaian school-going children. For if you realize some Ghanaian school children, going children, were also getting into this begging business, especially at the Calcutta Junction and all that. So we don't want them to be involved and then leave their classroom and be on the street.
Which nationals are involved? Which embassies?
Oh, so far we've spoken to, which is in the majority, the Nigerian embassy, and they've been very cooperative with us.
What are the other measures that you're going to be taking to deal with this issue of migrants?
Yes. So after the medical screening by the GIS clinic, we're going to do an in-depth profiling and to take certain data on these persons and then give to our various border crossing points. One, to prevent re-entry of these persons to continuing their business. And the main exercise itself will also serve as a big deterrent to would-be persons who are waiting outside the borders to enter or to come through any unapproved route. And the others maybe I cannot say on air.
It's remarkable that this operation details did not leak. How did you achieve that?
Yeah, this is Ghana Immigration Service, and we are an inter-led operational institution. And so from the conception stage to plan and all that, it was strictly based on need to know. So even for us as public affairs, we came in at dawn when the green light came from the Comptroller General, Mr. Amadou, that we should go ahead. Then we had to rally our team, photographers and reporters and all that, to go along with the various teams. Yeah.
In the immediate future, what is next? What are the next plans?
Yeah, so that will definitely come out after we have evaluated. In fact, when the operation comes to an end and we've done our normal evaluations and the report is written to the Comptroller General to inform the Minister, and then we'll know the next level. But definitely it will be a sustained one to make sure that we do not see these things happening on our streets and the rippling effect of other criminal activities that affect the Ghanaian public.
I'm surprised that this operation doesn't have a name. In Ghana, we hear all kinds of names. This one was named.
This is a special operation. It's a special operation, yes. It's a peaceful one. It's a peaceful one. So they are going to be fed, their health status are going to be checked, and then they'll be provided with comfortable buses escorted by GIS personnel to their various destinations.
What would you say to people who say, these people are even here because of lapses from Ghana Immigration Service? How would you respond to that?
Lapses as in, if you find that?
Yes, that they shouldn't even be here if the borders were tight and immigration was on top of the game.
Every border across the world is as tight as you have the presence of officers at certain designated or gazetted points of entry or exit. And then the challenge for all borders across the world is illegal crossings. And yes, we are doing our best in terms of deploying officers at the borders and also patrol at places where we think persons may use as illegal entry. But definitely, as wide as the border lines are, it become a daunting or difficult task, but we are doing our best. So even this is also a measure of the layers of border security or management that we have. You may enter, but definitely within we will still catch up with you. Yes.
Anything to add before I wrap this up? Yeah, any advice for the public in terms of dealing with these immigrants?
Yeah, so in fact, monitoring from the news and social media, it is like a lot of members of the public are in agreement with what we are doing and giving thumbs up to the Ghana Immigration Service. Yes, because I think it was a nuisance to almost every person who uses our streets, especially in traffic. They'll come to your windows and all that. And so our advice is, maybe if we continue to give them the money, then it's a motivation for them to be there, and then they'll bring more people to come in. So let's put a stop to it. Let's put a stop to it, and then I think it will not serve their interest to be coming to the streets.
We hear that there are suspicions that there are people who are bringing these people into the country to traffic them and use them to make money.
So that's why I said, when we are doing the profiling, yes, we have I wouldn't go in depth, but then we know that it has become a syndicate, a network, where people go out there and bring them in. So we have information and we are tracking, or we are on the step of such persons. And so when we finally end and our evaluation comes from the operational team, some of these things will come out. Yes, we are very much aware.
There was a mother who expressed sadness that she couldn't find her daughter. She sent her daughter out, and then it appears that the daughter was involved in the swoop. How do we make sure that people are not separated from their families? How are you going to do that?
No. So here at the holding center, it's going to be very detailed. That's why I said first there'll be medical screening, and then when the profiling comes in, either by family or by groupings, by the question that will be asked, if you were a child unaccompanied, definitely you have a parent or a brother or a sister or an adult, a companion. So we'll ask all those questions and make sure that we assign children to adults or to parents. So no child will be taken without a parent or an adult person who accompanies him or her. Yes.
We're really grateful for your time. Head of Public Affairs at the Ghana Immigration Service, Assistant Commissioner for Immigration, Mr. Michael Amwako, Atta, giving us a background to the operation that has landed a lot of the illegal immigrants in the holding area for processing to their countries. My name is Kafui Day. Keep watching GTV and GBC News. God bless.
And the Ghana Immigration Service has arrested over 2,000 foreign nationals in a major swoop targeting undocumented migrants begging on the streets of Accra. The move forms part of broader efforts to curb streetism and address potential national security concerns. Fred Duho has more in this report for Channel One News.
It's early morning at Akotia Line in Kumasi. Groups of women from Niger and Nigeria prepare to head to the streets, not to trade, but to beg. With children as young as 2 years old in tow, they move to various intersections across the city. 40-year-old Adiza Abdullahi, a mother of 5, says she fled insurgency and hunger in Nigeria and arrived in Ghana 3 months ago. She, like many others, turned to street begging as the only available means of survival.
Ka kamo hanya ka taho yunwa ta sa ka baro kasarka ka zo kuma nan ka samu aiki ba aiki musamman wankau din nan ba a samu sai dai a tafi bara to bara na shine zamu ci da ƴaƴanmu mu sha da ƴaƴanmu yanzu haka yau ka san Allah in ban da wannan kudin ba ni da kudi tsakani na da Allah.
Adiza is worried about what she says is mistreatment from some Ghanaians and says she's ready to return to her country.
Boko Haram ce ta janyo kabaro kasar ka taho fadace-fadacen da ake. Wani karayar arzikinsa ce ta samu, wani ba abinci. Musamman Nijar din nan ka gani da Najeriya kowa san halin da aka shiga. Babu abinci. Shine kawai yake kawo jama'a. Talauci ne ya saka mu wannan halin.
The presence of these foreign beggars was
in a sweeping operation across Accra. The Ghana Immigration Service has arrested 2,241 undocumented foreign nationals, many of whom have taken over major streets and intersections to beg. Those arrested include 384 adult males, 525 adult females, 577 male children, 755 female children. The operation targeted 11 locations in the capital, including the Kotoka International Airport, Madina, Kaneshi, Kwame Nkrumah Circle, and Aboseo Kine. At a press briefing, the head of public affairs at the Ghana Immigration Service, Michael Amwakwata, said profiling is underway and buses have been provided to repatriate the migrants.
We zoned the whole national capital into 11 zones, from Zabuzongo to KIA to Madina, Abokobi, and what have you. And as we speak, we've arrested 2,241 foreign nationals, made up of the following: 384 male adults, then 577 male children, 525 female adults, and then 755 female children. All these persons are currently undergoing profiling.
The Immigration Service says the swoop is a proactive response to rising concerns about the presence of foreign street beggars, many of whom are believed to be trafficked or exploited.
Apart from the undocumented ones, we are looking for whether there are persons of interest. For such persons, we'll take them through the normal legal process. Those that are undocumented are engaged in these begging and other criminal activities. Immediately they go through and to the end of the profiling session, buses are ready to convey them to their various destinations.
According to the Ghana Immigration Service, the action is also meant to disrupt trafficking syndicates operating under the guise of begging network. Mr. Mwakwata also noted that border surveillance is being intensified to prevent re-entry of repatriated individuals.
We always say the borders are porous, but if you look at the measures we put in to ensure that our borders are safe, you realize that we are doing the best across the South region. We're one of the best border security institutions where others even come to benchmark us.
Meanwhile, some Ghanaians have welcomed the move, calling it a necessary step to restore order and reduce congestion on city roads and walkways. In a major operation, the Ghana Immigration Service carried out a swoop across the capital Accra, where they arrested literally over 2,200 street beggars and their guardians, especially keys that were involved were over 1,000 of them. They say these individuals will be repatriated back to their countries where they came from after they are done profiling. They are also believing that they will sustain this operation to get rid of street begging in the capital Accra and extend same to other parts of the country. For Channel 1 News, I am Fred Duho reporting from Immigration Headquarters in Accra.
In traffic, they'll come to your windows and all that. And so our advice is maybe if we continue to give them the money, then it's a motivation for them to be there, and then they'll bring more people to come in. So let's put a stop to it. Let's put a stop to it, and then I think it will not serve their interest to be coming to the streets.
We hear that there are suspicions that there are people who are bringing these people into the country to traffic them and use them to make money.
So that's why I said when we are doing the profiling, yes, we have. I wouldn't go in depth, but then we know that it has become a syndicate, a network where people go out there and bring them in. So we have information and we are tracking, or we are on the step of such persons. And so when we finally end and our evaluation comes from the operational team, some of these things will come out. Yes, we are very much aware.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for watching the clip of the video. My brother, my sister, not be small thing that is happening in Ghana right now, because what the Ghana police and government immigration are trying to do right now, all the bakers, everybody that is baking, that is going around baking in the streets, in the street, in the office, in the hospital, immigration officer, they arrest almost 300 children and also 909 adults that have been baking in the street of Accra, Ghana. My brother, my star no be small thing. It's a great job. This is great job, because if they continue to allow them to continue to be baking on the streets, it's going to rubbish the reputation of Ghanaian, and also the government. So that is the most reason why immigration, you know, s- service are going around arresting all the beggars in Accra right now. Big shout, big one for them. I'm so proud of them, because they are doing a great job, my brother, my stuff. If today is your first time tuning to my channel, you're welcome. Please always do well to like, share, comment, and also subscribe. For my first time, I see you all. For my return